the first date and what to pay attention to on the first date. I know we talk a lot about, the red flags and things like that. And while it is important to be aware of those, it's also important to pay attention to certain things. And I think the single most important thing to pay attention to is how you feel when you're with the person. Do you feel on edge and anxious, or do you feel at ease and comfortable? That's an important foundation, okay? And hopefully you've done your do not want list and your deal breaker list, so you know what you don't want. And forget about what you do want, because we're on the first date. You can't be thinking about that. You should only be focused on how they communicate with you, what their communication style is, and are they polite and courteous, not only to you but to others around you. You interact with people coming and going in and out of places. Pay attention to how the person treats people and how they communicate to other people. Pay attention to, do they listen when you talk? And pay attention to what questions they ask, because typically people will ask the questions that are most important to them. Pay attention to that, because that is important. But don't focus on, just the physical, but pay attention to how you feel when you're with them, because that is really a good indicator if it's even worth taking a chance and trying to get another date with the person. Because if you don't feel comfortable with them and you don't feel at ease with them at all, that's probably a problem, and it's probably not the right person for you. So don't waste your time trying to make them the right person for you. Just learn a lesson from the date and move on. But if you feel comfortable with them, then you start to analyze the other things, communication style, and if they listen, and how they are towards other people. It's really pretty basic. I know when you go on a first date, it's probably, very nerve-wracking and you feel anxious. But if you still feel anxious at the end of the date, that's a good indicator that it's probably not your person. But you never know. Make sure you look at everything, accordingly, and make sure you pay attention to your do not wants and your deal breakers. And don't be afraid to ask certain questions. I wouldn't go on the deep dive at all. I say out of that deep water, it's not the time and place, and there's no reason to do it. You just want to know how you feel when you're actually with them and how they treat other people. Those are really good indicators. Good luck.